Hey folks, Quillydean here, and welcome to another episode of our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 as, well, what will be Fascist Greece. Right now we're just Greece, we're just the Kingdom of Greece, but we are going to go down a fascist branch, is the plan, and yeah, we're definitely going to commit to it. We can't really be loosey-goosey about this one. Games in the Olympiad, because there's not actually a lot of options. I mean, we can go down here and not really commit to the fascists and go here, then flip over to democratic. I suppose we will take one more look at ourselves before we go down that branch, because maybe the world situation is going to go weird. Maybe for some reason we're not going to want to join the Axis. Okay, open up the country. So sad fact to admit, cannot industrialize on our own. Long have we been dependent on the capital and industrial capabilities of nations bigger than ours, and this era is no exception. So let us invite their capital investment in Greece today, because tomorrow we will never need them again. So yeah, we owe a lot of debt to foreign countries, and we have a lot of foreign countries operating within our borders as well. So, by taking open up the country, I'm going to go Hellenic Spirit for now. We're going to go devaluating drachma, I think, in a second. By doing this, we've opened up some decisions. So we've got these investment schemes. We can ask these different nations to invest in us, or we can tell them to leave. Now, I don't know what all the options are here. I've had Germany, for example, say no to me one time. I got my political power, but I think I took a stability hit. So I think I got the 75 political power back, but took a stability hit. So if they say no, it's bad. Said yes, they added a building slot in a province. Maybe there's other things they can do. I don't know. So far, that doesn't seem terribly exciting to me. So I'm not going to go gaga for investing, the investment talks with other nations. Maybe, actually, it does seem once you complete one, it might open up more possibilities. So, maybe if you keep working at it, you can actually get some pretty cool stuff. Certainly, if we could get some free factories out of this, that would be beautiful. However, I don't know if we will. We're going to try to hammer through Germany and see what we can do there. But for the others, I'm just going to go and tell them to kindly GTFO. So we're going to rebuke British investment. What this is going to do, actually, is this is gonna, I guess we can't actually see the loans over here, but this should eliminate our loans. So we're gonna walk away from the debts that we owe to these people. So actually, first I'll start with France over here. Boom. So they're gonna hate me, but we have fewer loans, and theoretically, oh yeah, modified the loans over here. There you go. So we had a 15% consumer goods factory, now it's down to 10%. So we paid off a third of our loans. That's great. So we'll do that, get rid of it, we'll pay back the German ones, and then we'll look to them for investment. Because, we're going to be friends with the the Axis. I don't know if they're more likely to do positive outcomes for us if we're friendly to them. No clue. There's no hint as to how that might work. I could go through the game files and the events and stuff and then try to figure it out that way. But barring that, we don't have a ton of information. I'm going to assume it might be helpful. I don't know if it is. And at some point, we probably will boost our relationship with Germany. It will be a little bit more expensive, though, because we are not going to be fascist yet. Once we become fascist, then it's going to be a discount, but it's twice as expensive if you don't have the same government type, which is a little unfortunate. All right, Hellenic Spirit is a go. It's also going to give us back some political power. I mean, we're sort of spending 70 on this, right? 1 per day for 70 days. But we have to get through this anyway. And yeah, you can see it modifies metaxism. Although at this point, we're not locked into maintaining metaxism. And yeah, if I want to justify a war now, I need 100% world tension. All right, dispersed industry, mechanical computing. It's 1936. We're not going to go any further here. Well, we could unlock radio, which wouldn't be bad, actually. And not really looking for anything more there. I should probably get the next tier of infantry equipment to start off with, because we are producing some. Right, battle plan. We are almost certainly going to go down the grand battle plan doctrine because it starts us off that way. We also, the only army experience dude that we can take is the grand battle plan expert, which also gives us a discount to it. There's this entrenchment expert that he's kind of interesting. He doesn't give us any free experience, but he does give us some pretty interesting bonuses. The penalty to mobilization isn't a huge deal. Mostly when you change your manpower laws, it'll take a little longer for it to trickle in, but it's not a biggie. And we've got that. So I'm going to go with the Konstantinos over here. So we'll go with Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. It's not the, the most interesting or dramatic, but it's going to work out pretty well for us. I don't remember what I was going to grab. I thought there was something I was going to be like, so I'm just going to do. Basically, we can, right now, there's nothing we need instantly this second, so we can just sort of grab something that's going to be, that we're going to want eventually. I'll get radio for now. Doesn't really make a difference for this slot. Mostly we're looking forward to 1937, so we can get the next level of industrial tech underway. When our fuel fills up to the max, I'll do some training with our planes planes or ships. Now, we can't send volunteers to anything over here. World tension currently needs to be 90%. We can't influence anything over here. Since we are planning going Axis, we'd be very excited if the Nationalist Spain won. It's not really a deal breaker one way or another. It is pretty helpful, though, if it's National Spain that does join the Axis, and then we can hit France from a couple different angles later on. It could be very useful, but it's not a big deal. Whoa, now that is going to be very handy. Dominions break with the crown. So, Canada is independent. I mean, plenty of other people, but obviously, for personal reasons, I'm interested in what Canada does. This doesn't mean they won't still be democratic, but they are not part of the Allies. Canada's the faction leader of the Commonwealth of Nations. Probably good for us, because it should keep the Allies a little bit weaker. Excavation tech is done. Hellenic spirit is done as well. I'm going to go and devaluate the drachma now. It'll pay back the political power. It's fairly quick as well, and it will let us pay off the debt to Italy. We actually don't have debt to Germany, but it'll let us pay off our debt to Italy, and we're going to do that. That's the thing. If you tell Germany to F off here, it doesn't do anything for you debt-wise because we don't owe them anything. We could crush the fascists, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to befriend the communists. I'm not going to befriend the Republicans. We are going to rebuke British investment, so that'll get rid of another 1/3 of our debt. And then I can still invite politicians. Again, I'm going to wait to improve our relations with Germany before I do that. But maybe I could start that now. Let's go for it. So yeah, 0.4 political power per day. It's going to be fairly expensive. We get the -10 penalty to different ideology, but the cost, the progress, is hurt a little bit because of our ideology difference. We could save up. You know, I think I will. I'm just going to save up as much as possible, wait for the last minute, and then we'll start researching industrial tech, so it's got minimal ahead-of-time penalty. Because the ahead-of-time penalty, it sets in when you actually pick the tech, and it doesn't change after that. We can bank as much as possible. Go, there's a pause. And I'm going to go into construction. So 0.05 ahead of time, which isn't too bad, and we saved 30 days worth of tech research over there. Just a slight edge to try to get it in, and not a big deal one way or another. Okay, devaluating the drachma is done. Now, I could go lignite liquefaction, get a synthetic factory, which will be useful later on, so we have some local oil production, and we can get more resources as well that we can send out. We can also go force the farmers into the factories. It does improve our recruitable population considerably, and factory output does tank our stability some more. That's why we need a lot of stability, and can lead to the paying back our debts in bulk. But again, as far as I can tell, so okay, we've unlocked the decision to pay back our debt. It's 25 political power, and we'll lower our debt by 25% to the Italians here. So you can see the British and the French are at 0 because of the decisions we've made already. As far as I can tell, the other one is just 50 political power for 50% debt. Maybe, maybe if they both last the same amount of time and the repayment penalty is the same, maybe the other one effectively turns out slightly more efficient. But as far as I can tell, it's really not significant one way or another. So since I don't need the manpower now, and the factory output doesn't matter too much, I only have two military factories anyway, I'm not going to rush into this because I don't need to rush into this. So we're going to swing back over here. The bolster the shock plan over here, it actually temporarily makes things slightly worse because it modifies the shock plan. It actually increases the number of consumer goods I need. It lowers the amount of resources to market, which is going to be nice later when I need the resources, but for now, actually, I don't really care about that. I want to offer all my resources to market, and I'm hoping to heck someone buys them. We don't know what rapprochement to the Italians do. Haven't done it yet, but theoretically helps us with industrialization, will sound pretty good. But I don't think I have to rush down here either. So all that to say, I don't feel the need to rush down that way. If we were going down the agrarian branch, it's a little bit different because this would give us more political power right away, which is great, and reduces consumer goods factories, which is great, increases stability, factory output immediately. And if we have good relationship with Nation Française, so they're not France anymore, they changed. Hello. But basically with France, UK, Germany, and the Soviets, if we just make good friends with lots of people, we get some freebie factories, which is kind of nice. We also get some freebie factories over here if we're friends with Balkan nations. Well, Balkan nations plus, because it also, Austria, Czechoslovakia, and Turkey are included over there. And we will get this at some point, hopefully before all the Balkan nations eat each other up. But I'm going to go down this branch over here, and we're going to try to power through Metaxism now. So, National Youth Organization, war support, don't need that. Training time, we don't need that right now. Fascism support goes up, but it actually increases the unaligned more than fascism, but it's still fine. But mostly, it's on the way to where we need to go. I am going to go ahead and hit the button to repay the debt to the Italians. More decisions available? Oh, right, invite, that would be inviting the German politicians. I'm going to wait until our relationship increases. We do have the ability to modify their government, but we are going to be doing a few things that actually cost us some political power here. In terms of political advisors we can have now, we've only got 3 unlocked. The Prince of Terror, which is an amazing leader. We're going to want a Prince of Terror later. We don't need it now, but later is really useful. The Sharp-Tongued Lawyer, I don't think we terribly need. The War Industrialist, maybe, but not a big deal. We are going to want later on Zefon Giamas probably for the daily fascism support. We might not need him for the entire game, but we might want to grab it at some point for this. Although, if I recall correctly, it's not obvious. There is something in here that gives us daily fascism support, because we need 40% fascism for the modern movement. And I don't remember. There is something in here, and it's not recruit the fascists. Well, maybe being friends with them, I don't know. There's a way to get some daily fashion support, maybe without recruiting that guy. So all that to say, I'm not really looking to recruit any of these dudes right now, so we don't have to do that. The economy, again, I'll probably wait for the free change, although part of me is tempted to get the partial mobilization sooner rather than later. Manpower laws, we don't need to worry about. I'm not going to change any of this yet either. The material designer, the infantry equipment designer is going to be pretty good, but we have to crack down on foreign monopolies before we grab that. Like, it's great because it gives us the research speed, but it also gives us division attack, which is awesome. I also quite like the motorized defense over here, but motorized really doesn't matter that much. Anyway, all that to say, I don't think I'm going to do any of these right now. We'll save our points. There are a few decisions that we're definitely going to have to work with. And especially as we, suck up to some of our neighbors over here. We'll want to do Italy at some point later on, too. Oh, actually, Germany's in pretty good shape here. So, again, I have no idea if Germany's opinion of me makes a difference for this. We're going to hit this button. It's going to cost us some points. 20 years later, Germany's going to get an event and is going to make some sort of decision. I have no idea what kind of logic they use to weight that. I think if they say yes at some point, I think it might lead to other decisions. So, and I think if they say no, we can keep trying. So we will probably keep trying until they say yes one time. Hopefully the first time. No idea. Oil's still filling up. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and exercise these wings. I did a shift click, so they'll automatically stop. Ah, there you go. The German's infested. Just finished welcoming the German investors back to our country after their last short little visit, and they bring good tidings of investment and opportunities. With their help, we shall build a truly modern economy. So Thrace gets an extra building slot. Okay, so yeah, building slot's not terribly sexy, but there's something. Okay, so I can repeat this. I'm going to run it one more time as sort of an experiment. So at this point, I've had one failure, and twice now they've given me a building slot. I mean, only once in these videos. In the video that you've seen. We'll see. I'll run it one more time just to see if we get another result. If it's another building slot or another fail, I probably won't do it again because it's getting fairly expensive, but I am kind of curious. Here, we'll turn that off so it doesn't spam me to do it again. Okay, max speed. We're paying off our debt to the Italians. We'll get rid of that debt penalty completely. So you can see the range of our tactical bombers, how far away it is compared to the fighters. Okay, we've got our next level of infantry tech. Now we're going to swing back over here and get our industrial stuff. And yes, we're going to switch to the new equipment. Now, because we lost all of our production efficiency over here, I'm actually going to cancel this line for a sec, put the factory on support equipment, and then I'm going to just re-queue this one back in here, like this, for whenever we get some factories. Because again, even the 1936 infantry equipment is going to go obsolete at some point, whereas the support equipment doesn't, so I'm quite happy to just work on support equipment for now, investing forward for the future. 14 army experience. You know what, I'm going to stop you now. Yeah, stop training. Germans invested again, another building slot. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really interested in any more of those at this time. Maybe we'll go back to hitting those buttons later, but we do need our political power for things. Radio finished, but I'm going to get the improved machine tools. Thank you very much. You can see our fuel is going down. And, right, we're not currently building bombers or fighters because we can lose some by doing the training. Turkey remilitarizes the Turkish Straits over here, so that has been remilitarized. Italy, we don't know what you're doing. You are fascist. Fascist France. Well, that's going to be fairly interesting. Maybe our fascist game is going to be too easy, but we're going to stick with the plan anyway. Right, so recruit the fascists we can't do until we've cracked down on Republicans. We're going to go ahead and do that. It unlocks a decision to crush them, which is going to be good because right now we have a 15% penalty to our stability because the Republicans are being cranky at us. The Republicans are people who effectively don't want the monarchy. We are a monarchy. They're unhappy. But we're going to get rid of them relatively soon. And then, you know, when they're gone, they can't be unhappy, right? It's just math. So I'd like to exercise the Navy as well, but yeah, not with the fuel situation. We can get rid of this message here if we just change the wing size. And it shouldn't complain about that. Decision available. Is it? Yeah, I was going to say more debt repayment. Keep going through there. Oh, did we lose another attack bomber? Oh, yeah, we did. Damn, like, so brutal. Lost 2 planes doing this. And we don't actually have any experience to show, really. It's a bit disappointing. Alright, troops are there. You can see their strength bar, the yellow bar here, because they have no equipment. It's pretty tragic. Done, done, done. I am going to go for the excavation again, because, again, we're hoping that people pick up our factories here. It says we got 13. Yeah, we got 5 free civilian factories currently from our exports, which is very useful. Pakistan declares war on India, so there's going to be a bunch of warring over there with, I think, separating from the Commonwealth, I think, is what increases the likelihood of this. Mexico doing one of its 2 civil wars. Generally, it has 2 civil wars, one with the junta and usually one with the Catholics. I think 2 civil wars, though, they can have, but I think there's a couple of different other variants of civil wars they can lead to. Edward VIII empowers the King's Party. Ah, they didn't leave. They stuck around. Pro-monarchist King's Party. So, are they going... Yeah, non-aligned. Like, non-aligned, no faction. And fascist France. This is going to be maybe a really easy fascist game. I wonder if I should have just gone with historical AI. I mean, historical AI is a little boring because we know what's going to happen. On the other hand, it does lead to a somewhat more balanced game. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go recruit the fascists, which will also make the fascists over here friendly to us, which is going to give us certain bonuses, including, I think, more recruitable population. Hindenburg did not have an accident. All right. It'll be interesting. If the Hindenburg doesn't have an accident and Amelia Earhart completes her trip and Germany restores the monarchy, some really funky stuff can happen. See, now I'm thinking maybe that should have been my Let's Play. No, let's keep committing to Greece. It's going to be fine. Tank designer, material designer. Again, I want this, but we can't do that yet. Right now, yeah, we'll just keep saving up the points. Nothing else. We're going to spend another 50 paying off our debt to the Italians, and then get rid of one of our bad national spirits. Improved machine tools, but is this... Oh, this is Crush the Republicans is ready to go. So we hit this. It will cost us some stability right away, but when it's finished, effectively our stability and war support will go up because we're getting rid of this penalty over here. So, done. Excellent. All right, so that's all here. We probably do want the fuel refining tech just to improve our conversion rate at some point. Not this yet. Well, we'll wait on this for a little bit. We don't have the means to produce planes anyway right now. Let me get this. So right now I'm just trying to grab some tech that I know we're going to want at some point, no matter what. And tech that we're not going to be blowing some sort of like discounted research for. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. So it is 37. The thing is, like, the wars are going to be kicking in a not too distant future here. Dispersed industry is done. Yeah, I'm going to grab a level of fuel refining. Oh, she did circumnavigate the globe. Ah, interesting. Come on, restore the Kaiser. I don't think that's going to happen. The game's not being that ahistorical. What decision is this? Oh, more Italian debt repayment. I'm going to go for it. So we'll only have to hit that button one more time. We've recruited the fascists. So now, actually, if we go here, there you go. See, the fascists are friendly, giving a stability boost and recruitable population, which is the same as if we'd hit the befriend, except instead of paying 250 political power, we just went through the tree in a way we're going to go anyway. So here you can see, if I click this, if the focus reviving the Spartan warrior spirit has not been taken, Metaxas of national spirit will not be fascisticized? Yeah, fascisticized, and instead be removed. So we could go this and go a different direction, but I mean, you know, it's the Spartan warrior spirit. Sounds awesome, right? Let's go for it. It gives us a bunch more recruitable population. And again, I think if we joined a faction, it would also cancel the metaxism, so we wouldn't want to do that. Polish-Romanian alliance is going on. If you take a look at our, so I mean, they haven't joined the alliance or the faction yet, but they're definitely being buddy-buddy. Commonwealth of Nations. I don't know. I'd definitely put my money on the Axis this time around. And luckily, I am. Okay, civilian goods factory is done. I am going to go build 2 more here. And then we're going to go back, put some more civilian factories in here. Because I feel like we're going to want at least 6 infrastructure just for the flow of goods later on. And so now's probably an okay time to do it and, you know, relatively break even. I don't know. The math on that factory production is weird. It's probably better to have just gone civilian right away, but oh, that's right. I forgot to address it. One of the reasons I was considering building infrastructure is it's a little bit different here because we have so many resources. We will get more copies of these resources as we increase our infrastructure. In fact, we might even be... I'm going to max out the infrastructure here because it's going to give us more resources, which might give us effectively some extra factories from exports. And it will still build the factories a little bit faster. So we'll do that. I guess we could look at what people are actually buying. It would surprise me if it was steel, and it is. So we actually might have wanted to build up our infrastructure in our steel production faction. Okay, so things have shaken up a lot over here. Doesn't look great for the nationalists. It might be the anarchists, which I don't remember if they align themselves with the common term or not. But that actually might be best to keep it more interesting, since we do have a fascist France. We're not close enough to do this yet. Alright, let me just do this. That'll be really interesting to see how that shakes out. Okay. So Asia's starting to break out. Italy's fabricating claims in Yugoslavia. Orthodox state is done. I'm just going to keep burning down here. We've committed to this path now. World tension going up slightly. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Interwar artillery. You know what? I think we will go down the regular fighter. We'll use actual naval bombers to help secure our shores. We're not going to worry about the TAC bomber route. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah. So we'll get the fighter tech. Not that we're actually producing any fighters yet. Hostile Republicans has been removed. Look at this, we're up to 95% stability. Maybe I didn't need to do the improved worker conditions, although we were going to lose some stability from, at the very least... Oh yeah, right here, 15% stability. And once we're at war, you lose some stability there as well. So this is going to be our last Italian repayment. And we will be debt-free. Debt-free Greece. Go us. Fuel is rebuilding here, and we are also doing the fuel refining, which will help that rate, and then we'll train our ships probably. Not so much to get the XP over here, mostly to get the wings having some XP, although losing a few ships along, or planes along the way. It's kind of annoying. At least the ships, you can't lose them. They do have to maybe come in for repairs, but that's it. More wars over here. This civil war is still going. Yeah, these anarchists. Or the nationalists. Oh, the nationalists have done okay. I think they have a lot of troops. They didn't have a lot of land, so it was looking bad for them. But I think their troop situation is pretty good. They might be able to take it in the end. And then again, the Axis bloc. Unless these guys, I mean, they join the fascists. Unless they still go and make their own faction with something. I don't know what kind of stuff is in the French tree. Nationalists are winning some of these little wars. Great Britain inventing radar. Good for them. Third Hellenic civilization. Bam. The world still fails to see us as heirs to the Byzantine and Hellenic legacies. They speak so highly of our ancestors, and yet look down upon us today with such disdain. We will make them see. We are not the Byzantine Empire, neither are we the Greeks of yore. We are rather the third Hellenic civilization, which will accomplish great deeds that we are proud to call our own. You're goddamn right. We'll take defending the kingdom here. And then we can revive the spirit. What are we at over here for justifying? Still needs 100%. Even though we have removed some of those penalties a bit. Zog submits to Italy. Alright. That is unfortunate because Albania would have been another nation that we could suck up to as part of our bedrock of Balkan financial stability. Gives us a bunch of civilian factories. So anywhere in the western, eastern, northern Balkans, so that includes Yugoslavia, would have been Albania, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and then in addition to that, Czechoslovakia, Austria, and Turkey. Any one of them we have good relations with. Now, I don't know what they mean by good relations. I don't know if it just means, you know, above 0, or if it needs to be like above 50 or something. I'm expecting just above 0, but I don't actually know. Would give us the extra factory. So actually, we wanted plenty of these people around. And again, maybe it'll turn out that for Greece, you really want to go down the industrial branch first, but I don't know. I'm kind of okay with this. We don't have to rush down this as much. Because the thing is, we just do this so that in case we want to join a faction, now we can do it without losing the taxes, and once we get the Spartan warrior spirit. So we might want to go and do some of the industrial things at that point. I don't know. Since we've decided to go down this branch, I'll go ahead and unlock these planes as well, although I don't know when we're necessarily going to produce them. Oh, hold on, it's 38. My bad. Please, grab computing machine. Thank you. Much obliged. Troops on the front. Defending our kingdom is going. Okay. So, I mean, I know we haven't done any fighting, but we've done a lot. I mean, we've burned through 2 years of gameplay already in 2 episodes. There you go. One year per episode. I think the first episode was 9 months, but still. Trying to get through this pretty quickly to the point where the action is. No spy agency currently. We do need the civilian factories for actually building rather than doing spy stuff. Again, as Bulgaria, I think we should have done some like sneaky meta stuff, like try to convert the United States to communist. But we're not going to have to do anything like that for Greece. We like there's going to be plenty of fascists around, apparently. And therefore, we are going to be saving our factories just for internal production. So I'm not going to rush any spy stuff at all. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.